I'm Bart Herbison, Executive Director of the Nashville Songwriters Association. And this week, for the Nashville Tennessean, the story behind the song is The Most Beautiful Girl with Hall of Fame songwriter Mr. Rory Bourke.
Thanks, Bart.
Who was she?
Well, Nora Wilson and I worked for Mercury Records in Chicago, and Nora was an artist that they sent up from, smash artist they sent up from Nashville to do some promotion up there. So Nora and I got together, and we went around, and we went out one night, and then came back home, and we started not the most beautiful girl, actually. We started a song called Hey Mister. Now, we'd been out drinking the night before, and my wife may have figured in there somewhere, but she was, I guess, upset. So Nora and I started working on Hey Mister, and we wrote that, and he went back to Nashville, and about 3-4 months later, put it out as a single, Hey Mister. It got some airplay, but it really didn't do that great. So by that time, about a year later, I moved to Nashville, working for Mercury in Nashville, and nothing was happening. And I knew Billy, and I knew Nora, and
now we're bringing Billy Sherrill into the picture, the legendary Billy Sherrill.
He's not in it quite yet, but I knew Gallico and Nora. They both were great to me in getting my career started. But they did a demo on some songs, and I was really grateful, and still am, obviously. But it seems like about a year later, Nora and Billy got together and put the magic on this thing, and it became The Most Beautiful Girl.
It's the other song.
It's Hey Mister morphing into Most Beautiful Girl. And Nora cut it on Joe Stampley, and kept saying to Billy, you need to put this out on Rich, you know. And Billy was reluctant, but as I understand it, the girls over at Columbia at the time just ragged on him until finally he put it out. And he put it out, and, you know, the rest is history.
The first time you heard Charlie's cut, you remember that? What'd you think?
I thought fantastic. It's great.
So it just sounded different to me. First, the song's different. The song's semi-conversational. The melody really moves in some places you wouldn't that aren't predictable. It was obviously a huge hit. Charlie had already done, I think, Behind Closed Doors.
Yes.
And he needed that song. Charlie was one of the original Sun artists, and everything he did was great, but I think that cemented, in my opinion, his legacy in music. The Most Beautiful Girl. And Don't Be Humble.
No, I think those two songs. Yeah. I mean, Behind Closed Doors was a huge hit, and we were coming off of a giant. And I think our song just melodically kind of worked its way into overseas, U.S. and overseas. I mean, it was a big hit, and it was a big hit all over the world. It was all levels of media at that time. It was huge. My mother used to say that one of the reasons why it's as big as it is that it's one that her old lady friends could love and listen to and say, yeah.
This week, Hall of Fame songwriter Rory Bourke. The story behind the song is about the most beautiful girl for the Nashville Tennessean. And we'd love to hear a verse and a chorus of it, Rory.
I'll be happy to, Bart. Hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? And if you did, was she crying? And hey, if you happen to see the most beautiful girl that walked out on me, tell her I love her Tell her I need